Americans are famous for their teeth, white teeth, straight teeth, big camera-ready smiles. You see it in movies, you see it on TV, you see it in ads, school photos, dating profiles and job interviews. And the easy answer sounds obvious. Maybe Americans just brush more. Maybe they go to the dentist more. Maybe it is whitening strips. Maybe it is braces. Maybe it is Hollywood. Maybe it is the perfect smile obsession. All of that is partly true. But it does not explain the whole image. Because behind the American smile there is something bigger than one person's toothbrush. There is water. There is public health. There are school dental exams. There are fluoride toothpastes. There are braces. There are whitening products. And there is a culture that turned teeth into a sign of success. The part most people miss is this. America did not only sell better teeth to individuals, it made tooth protection a public project. This is the story of how America built the perfect smile. Before we go further, we need to separate three things. Healthy teeth are not the same as white teeth. Straight teeth are not the same as white teeth. And white teeth are not always healthy teeth. A tooth can be straight and still have a cavity. A tooth can be healthy and still not look movie white. A tooth can be bright and still need dental care. But in America, these ideas slowly got pushed together. Good teeth started to mean healthy, then straight, then bright, then perfect. That is why the American smile is not just about teeth, it is about expectation. To understand where that expectation came from, we have to start with teeth that were not white at all. In 1901, a young dentist named Frederick Mackay arrived in Colorado Springs. He expected normal dental problems. Toothaches, cavities, missing teeth. Instead, he saw something strange. Many people had brown stains on their teeth. Some teeth looked rough, some looked mottled. The people called it Colorado brown stain. It did not look healthy. It did not look beautiful. It did not look like the beginning of the American smile. But it carried a clue. Those stained teeth often had fewer cavities. A cavity is a hole in a tooth. It can hurt. It can spread. It can make someone lose a tooth. So dentists faced a strange question. Why did teeth that looked damaged seem harder to decay? Mackay suspected the water. That sounds simple now. But at the time, the tests were not good enough. Water samples came back without a clear answer. The mystery stayed alive for years. Then the clue moved to another place. Bauxite, Arkansas. Children there also had mottled teeth. The town had changed its water source. That mattered. Because if the teeth changed when the water changed, then the cause might be hiding in the water. Better chemical tests finally found the missing piece. Fluoride. Fluoride is a mineral. It can appear naturally in rocks, soil, and water. And this is where the story gets careful. Too much fluoride while teeth are forming can change the way teeth look. It can cause dental fluorosis. That can mean faint white marks. At higher levels, it can mean brown staining or rough enamel. But a small controlled amount can help teeth resist cavities. So the question was not simply, is fluoride good or bad? The real question was, dose. How much is too much? How much is enough to help? And where is the line between the two? That question became the work of H. Trendley Dean. Dean was a dentist working in public health. He studied places with different amounts of fluoride in the water. He looked at children's teeth. He looked at cavities, he looked at staining, and slowly the mystery became a measurement problem. Too much fluoride could mark teeth, but lower levels seemed to protect them. In 1942, Dean published the 21 Cities study. It looked at more than 7,000 children in 21 cities. The pattern was clear enough to change the future of dentistry. Children in places with more fluoride in the water tended to have fewer cavities, but the benefit seemed to level off around 1 part per million. That means 1 tiny part in 1,000,000 parts of water, small enough to measure carefully, big enough to change teeth. Then came the city that turned the idea into a test, Grand Rapids, Michigan. On January 25, 1945, at 4 p.m., workers at the Monroe Avenue water filtration plant began adding a carefully controlled amount of sodium fluoride to the public water supply. That moment did not bleach anyone's teeth. It did not make a Hollywood smile overnight. It did not straighten a single tooth. But it changed the job of public health. Instead of waiting for cavities and then drilling teeth, the city tried to prevent cavities before they started. That is the key. The American smile did not begin as a beauty product. One of its deepest layers began as prevention. Researchers followed school children year after year. They checked mouths. They counted cavities. They compared results. The Grand Rapids study followed almost 30,000 school children. After 11 years, researchers announced that the cavity rate among children born after fluoridation had dropped by more than 60%. That was a huge number. It helped change the way dentistry thought about itself. Dentistry was not only about fixing damage, it could be about stopping damage before it happened. That idea spread into daily life. Fluoride moved from water into toothpaste. Toothpaste was no longer just a cleaning paste. It became a small daily shield. Brush in the morning, brush at night, visit the dentist, get a cleaning, find problems early, repeat. This is not the glamorous part of the American smile. It is not the part people notice first, but it is the base layer. If teeth decay less, there is more tooth left to clean, more tooth left to straighten, more tooth left to whiten. That is why fluoride matters in this story. Not because fluoride makes teeth movie white. It does not. Fluoride helps protect enamel from decay. Whitening changes color. Those are different things, but prevention made the later smile possible. Then came the second layer. Straight teeth. Braces became normal for many American teenagers. Metal brackets, wires, rubber bands, retainers. Later, clear aligners made tooth straightening feel normal for adults too. Straight teeth are not only about looks. They can make teeth easier to clean. They can help with bite problems. They can reduce uneven wear. But culturally, they did something else. They changed what people thought a good smile should look like. A smile was not only supposed to be healthy, it was supposed to be lined up. Then came the brightest layer, whitening. Whitening strips, whitening trays. Dentist office bleaching. Products that use peroxide to break apart stains and make teeth look brighter. This is where the camera-ready look becomes a product. Coffee stains, tea stains, smoking stains, age, food. Everyday life leaves color behind. Whitening promised to push that color back. Again, this is different from fluoride. Fluoride protects, braces align, whitening brightens. But in the public mind, all of them became part of one promise: a better smile. Then culture made that smile bigger. Hollywood needed bright smiles, advertising sold bright smiles, TV rewarded bright smiles. School photos froze bright smiles. Job interviews judged first impressions. Dating apps turned faces into quick decisions. Slowly, teeth became more than teeth. They became a signal. Health, money, care, confidence, success. And once a signal becomes normal, people start chasing it. Not because every person is vain, but because the world teaches them what a good first impression is supposed to look like. That is the real power of the American smile. It is not one invention. It is not one product. It is not only brushing. It is a stack. First, prevent decay, then clean regularly, then straighten, then whiten, then put that smile on every screen until it looks normal. And there is one more honest part. Not every American has this smile. Dental care is expensive. Not everyone has the same access. Not every white smile is healthy. Not every healthy mouth is bright. So when we say American teeth, we are not talking about every person. We are talking about an image, a national ideal. A smile that became so common in movies, ads, offices, schools, and photographs that it started to look like the default. So why do Americans seem to have whiter teeth? Not because every American does. Not because brushing alone explains a national image, and not because fluoride bleaches teeth. The answer is a system. America built a dental culture in layers. It turned tooth protection into public health. It made regular dental care feel normal. It made straight teeth a goal. It made whitening easy to buy. And then it made the bright smile a social signal. The American smile is not only a smile. It is a water plant. It is a school dental exam. It is a fluoride toothpaste. It is a dentist's chair. It is a set of braces. It is a whitening strip. It is a movie close-up. The next time you see a perfect American smile, do not look only at the teeth. Look at the system behind them. Because America did not just take care of teeth. It taught people what teeth were supposed to look like.